Hey everyone, welcome to Office Hours Live, the weekly live stream show directly into the official Zenler Facebook group. So if you are watching this, you are in our Facebook group, which is amazing to see you here. You may well be new to Zenler, in which case you've just joined during the last week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or since we did the Black Friday deal, or maybe you're a seasoned veteran of being here. But every week we do run a live office hours, and what that means is one or some or a whole combination of the education team here at Zenler come on and we go through a certain amount of things with you that we feel will help benefit you and move you forward with using Zenler for your business. So this week I've got David with me. He's around somewhere. There he is. And we are going to give you the opportunity also this week, like we did last week on the Christmas special. If you've not seen it, go and look at it, because there was some really amazing shares on there for what's happening and coming up in 2025. But this week, we're going to invite you to come on if you want, just for the last one, so we can have a bit of fun on the last day of the year. It'd be great to see you, hear what your plans are for next year, what you're getting involved in, what you're doing, what you're launching, what areas of Zen are really exciting for you right now, because there's been a few changes recently, which is great. We've had a huge amount of people upgrading, so they've got access to new stuff. And they're really developing as course creators and I call you digital entrepreneurs, because it's more than being just a course creator these days, right? You're building websites, funnels, communities, blogs. You're doing all of this stuff. It's not just create a course. There you go. There's other stuff involved. So, and we're here to help you. So we're going to crack on. We've got two segments for you this week. So I'm going to take the first one very quickly, and what I want to do this week is just to show you, for a lot of you that went off and got the Black Friday deal, you'd have got access to a whole heap of new features. Now, we give people a free plan, and the free plan has quite a lot of restrictions. Now, why do we do that? One, because, well, we're a business, so we need to earn money, we need paying clients. Number two, we did used to open it up quite freely so people could send lots of emails and all of that. And what happened was we got a load of spammers come in, they created hundreds of fake accounts and just went out emailing everyone, which caused us a load of grief. Um, so we've had to put restrictions in place. And for me personally, I've always seen free accounts as a, do I like the platform? Does it have the potential for what I need it to do? Can I get on with the team that are running it? And that's how you should view it. And what happened was Black Friday came along. We could, you know what, let's do those free members and pro members a really great deal to take what they're doing to the next stage. So free went to pro, pro went to premium, which means you've got access to a whole heap of new features, which you may or may not be aware of. So I thought this week I'll do a very quick run through and show you where you can find it yourself for some of the new features that you've got that you may not realize you have access to as a pro member or a premium member, because there's distinct differences. So let me just share my screen very quickly. Hopefully this will show for you.
All good.
Thank you very much. I'm going to turn my camera off. So this is our hub of all things knowledge based, right? So tutorials.newzenler.com. You should be able to log in, get yourself an account there. It's absolutely free to access. And this is where everything we teach you from a how to use, an educational point of view is housed. Now, this should be the mecca of where you go. So when you're wanting to do anything in Zenler and you're not sure what to do, this should be where you are. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the resources. You can see there's lots of stuff here, all our live events, our latest features, links through to our YouTube channel and all of that stuff. But what I want to do is I want to go down to here to the Zenler comparison, and we'll click on that. We're not going to the competitor matrix. That's how we stack up against other learning management systems. We're going to go for the paid plan comparison. And what I want you to do is just go through and have a look at this. I'm going to point out some key features that I think are really good on here that you probably aren't aware that you can do. One of the things, so in as we go through, there's lots and lots of different things. You'll see a lot that are green ticks, which means all of the accounts have access to this at different levels. But one of the things that I really like is the save and share custom blocks. So that means that we can create and save a custom block so we can use it on another page or another element of the site that we're doing. Now, in a free plan, you can't do that. doesn't give you the access to do it, but on a pro and premium, it does. Of course, free sites, when you're on the free plan, you only get one site. On the pro, you get 3. On the premium, you get 10. Now, let me be really clear what a site is here. So a site is an independent entity for you. So even though you've got 3 sites, it doesn't mean they're all linked together. The only link is that you log into one and you can switch between them. There is no assets that are shared. There are no email lists that are shared. There are no lives that are shared. There's nothing else that is shared between those accounts right now. So lots of people come in and go, oh, I've got it on here. Can I just move it over? Blah, blah. No, you can't. It's not that easy. Now, there are tips and tricks on moving sales pages. If you went onto the Black Friday workshop, you'll see how we gave you the code for a whole sales page. You know, you can take that code and stick it into site number 2. Things like that work, but they are independently managed and run. So please bear that in mind if you're sitting there freaking out going, oh, I can't switch it over and move this between that and everything else. It's not, you can't do it. It's the system won't let you do it. Transaction fees, really important one on this. Obviously, if you're on a free account, that's a payback to Zenler. So we charge 10% of what you sell via a free account as part of using the system to generate revenue for your business. As I said, Zenler's a business just like you're a business. If you upgrade to Pro or Premium, obviously you become a subscriber to Zenler, and therefore we do not charge any transactional fees on any sales going forward. And I hear a lot of the Pro and Premium members having a big sigh on that one of relief, because some of them are doing big numbers each month, and they wouldn't want to hand over 10% of that to Zenler, that's for sure. You get access to a blog, which is really great. So if you're into marketing, into blogging, into getting that stuff out there, then you will get access to that as a paid for member. Now, this obviously isn't a write a blog post, you get found spot one of Google or Yahoo or Bing or whatever it may be. You know, you've got to put work into it, and you've got to work the actual system itself. But it is indexable and it can be found. But it does take a time investment to make it work for you. A massive one for the Zenler platform is the live features. So obviously, if you're on a free account, you don't get access to the live webinars, you don't get access to all of these things, one-to-ones, bookings, live classes, interactive webinar, live streams like we're doing right now, all of those things, you don't get access to any of that. The only other restriction is this on Pro and Premium is the amount of participants you can have in a live. So 300 for a Pro, 500 for a Premium. But apart from that, all paid for plans get access to that. And that's a massive part of what people are doing now in LMS systems, or they should be doing, is that live element to interact with their audience and their customers and their prospects. You know, you might be running webinars as part of your lead generation, and this gives you access to that. If you go out and get something like Webinar Jam or one of those Demio, you're paying a couple of $100 a month just for a webinar system. Whereas in here, as a paid for Pro member, you have access to that right now. Marketing tools, you do get limitations on these, and I'm not going to read out all of those. You can go through this and have a look. But one of the big ones here, obviously, is deliverability on emails. We all know it's difficult to now. We have to work hard to make sure our emails even get into an inbox. You know, Google updates and all of this stuff have made it really awkward for people to actually get even delivered, let alone not in a spam filter and opened and read and all of those types of things. So our very first point of objection from an email system is actually we need to have it delivered. And the email domain authentication, which is offered on, now you're a Pro or Premium member, you need to go and do it. It's a sort of one and done thing, but it's really important to make sure that that email gets sent and it gets opened by the people you want to send it to. Otherwise, you could be sending it and they just don't even know it exists, right? In which case, what's the point? So that one is actually, even though it looks like a little thing there, hidden amongst all the green, it's actually really important, that one. So consider doing that. You've still got 5 months left on your Black Friday deal. So if you've upgraded, so there's more than enough time to get the benefit from that. So definitely go and do that. Integrations, PayPal, Razorpay, they're not included in free plans. And then we've got all of these external integrations, mainly for email stuff, bring your own Zoom and Google Calendar. So they may be important to you. If you was on free, you'd have been restricted, but you're also restricted to with how many leads you can get coming in. So this one is really important if you want to build it externally. Course features, there's quite a few new ones in here. We did say when obviously Zenler is a learner management system, and that's what it is at its core. It sells courses for you, and it does a lot of other stuff as well. But we did say, it was about 18 months ago now, I think, that all new features and upgrades would become on a paid for program only, because the free part, there's so much to it anyway, that we needed to draw a line in the sand and say, actually, because of the development of this and the size of the user base now, we need to actually increase any new stuff goes into paid for. And that's what these are. So things like setting assignments, that was an add-on that was done quite recently. It's only pro and premium people that get it. The flip book, if you've not seen it, it takes a PDF and turns it into a really attractive looking book, which you can actually flip the pages over. It's pretty cool. From a design point of view and usability point of view, that looks really good. But if you're on the free plan, you won't be able to see that either. And of course, add discussions or communities within a course as well. So if you've seen a lot of the stuff we're talking about communities recently and you're struggling to get your head around it, it might be because you don't actually have access to some of it. So if you're struggling with that or something's not looking right, now you're on pro or premium as part of the Black Friday deal, then of course you do. And there's also nothing stopping you if you are on a free plan and you miss that deal, just subscribing, because it's still a great price right now, which with the monthly or the yearly options that we've got. Enrollment limits, there are enrollment limits on the free plan, and obviously the AI stuff, all of the AI stuff across the board you don't get on the free plans. I'm not going to go through anything else. You can have a look at this. It's on the tutorial site. I've shown you how to get to it. Go and have a look, because we're heading to the point where very quickly what's going to happen, let me just turn this off. Very quickly, what's going to happen is you're going to suddenly be at month 3 of your Black Friday deal, if that's what you've upgraded to, and you're going to go, oh, I've not used this and I've not had time to do that, or I've not got involved with that. So pick your favorite, the one that will have the most positive impact on your business, right? That might be the live area to get involved in. You might have always wanted to do webinars, but you're not quite sure what platform to do it on or how to do it. Go and pick it and go and start using it, because there's no point a month before your upgrade ends turning around and going, oh, it was really great, I had access to all this stuff, but I never used any of it. Oh no, let me have a go now. Because things like the blog, in a month, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to have the impact you need. You need to do it on this side of the 6 months, so month 1 to 3, to understand and see the impact it will have on your business for months 4, 5, and 6. And then when it comes round and you go, right, now I'm back onto normal pricing monthly, this is cool because I've used these features, I can't live without them, they're generating revenue for my business, and I'm going to stick with it. Otherwise, what will happen is you'll drop back down, lose access to all of those features, and you'll go, oh, that's disappointing, but I can't afford it. And it's because you've not used those features. So go and dive into one. Let us know what one you're diving into. If you need help with it, remember, we've got the Mammy on a Thursday, where she sits there for 2 hours, 3 hours, ready, willing, and able to guide you, support you. This is the support desk that we offer, live support desk, where she's there every single week. She was even there on, I think it was Boxing Day, you know, waiting to help people. So if you've got access to a new feature and you're struggling, she'll guide you as to where the tutorials are for it, and she'll help you. That's what her role is during that particular session. So don't think you're on your own with it. We deal with a lot of people. We get them all the time that come into workshops that go, I'm non-techie. Had them in recent workshops, yet they're building stuff and they're selling stuff. So we're here to help you. So do look out for it. Get involved and let us know in the new year what you're getting involved with, what one new upgraded feature you have access to that you think will change your business. You've got 5 months and then you'll be off of the Black Friday deal. So you need to really start looking to make waves into this. Don't do all of it, right? I will warn you, if you try and learn every feature within that time, you'll do all of them, but none of them particularly well. So pick one or two and master it. So if it's live webinars, go and absolutely smash it and learn everything about how it works in Zenler and how to do a live webinar. If it's blogging, go and really understand it and do it. Put a blog out every day. Commit to every day for 30 or 60 days and see the impact of it. Learn how to get it put into Google search and all of those things to make it work for you. But don't try and do everything because it will drive you nuts. Things like the domain authentication, it's an hour, right? It's a one and done time deal. And that will help you if you're doing things like webinars and you've got a list and you're emailing out to them. They'll get to see the notifications more. So work out what's the one and done, do those. Look out what's the stuff that's a build on, like the webinars or whatever. And then pick one or two that you're really, really going to master. I tell you, we're here to help you. So feel free to reach out to the team. Mamie will love having more people on her sessions because she likes being challenged. And if they get too busy, don't worry, because we'll put more sessions on, right? If there's a need for it, it will happen. But we've got to see the need for it. Okay, so that's a quick whistle-stop tour on what your upgrades are like and where you are with it. Hopefully you found that a bit useful. And remember, tutorial site, go over there and register if you've not yet done so, but you can publicly access those documents anyway, so it's not a problem. Now that's enough for me. So today I'm co-hosted, which is nice. I had it last week with Rakesh and David, and my mate was on. It was brilliant. David's here with me today, and obviously we've just released a community feature, the new one. And you know, we're really keen to get people to understand where it is right now, how you can use it, but also understand the potential of it, because there's more stuff coming into the community feature during the course of 2025. It's not finished yet. Right, it's really good. It works. You can use it. You can sell it, and you'll do great. But there's more stuff coming. So we want you to get really comfortable with how this will work for you. So David's coming in. He's going to do a little bit on communities for us this week. So David, I'm going to hand over to you, and I can get a drink.
Thank you, Kevin.
It's too early for that, but
You didn't say alcoholic drink. Lovely. All right, guys. So I hope you've all had a fantastic Christmas, and you know, this is New Year's Eve, so we've got a new year coming to you. Tomorrow will be New Year for Tracy Browning, that's with us today. She's got it in about 3 hours time because she's in Australia, so she'll be celebrating the New Year in 3 hours time, whereas we've got a bit longer. So guys, we've got people from all around the world, and you've all got in different time zones, and hopefully you're all going to be real hyped up for 2025. Now, just before Christmas, Rakesh came on and he announced, Rakesh, by the way, is our CEO, and he announced the new feature, which was communities, and we have also rebranded completely. So there is a lot going on. Out today, this morning, is a new blog that we did, and this is on a new extended version of the community new feature. So I'm going to quickly share this and show you where it is, and then we jump in there. If there's any questions in the Facebook group, then please just type them in there. I'm sure Kevin will get to those. And I'll just share my screen now. And as you can see, this is our blog site. So this is newzenler.com/blog. I did put that in the comments, guys. You can click in here and you can read about all the features that our new community's got. Please be aware, this is the first iteration, so there's other things going in. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of changes going on in the community, to the platform in general. There's a ton of work if you saw our Christmas special, if you go to our YouTube channel, guys, go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Zenler, and subscribe, hit that bell icon. And because there's a lot of stuff that goes on here first before anywhere else. So if you go on here, you're going to see our new feature release in there. You'll also see our big announcement. Definitely check this out, because Rakesh tells you about lots of the things that are happening with the platform and are going on, and explains exactly why we rebranded and all of these sort of things. So it's really important that you stay tuned to our YouTube channel as well. We will be streaming more into our YouTube channel. We really want to hype our YouTube channel up, as well as our other social platforms. So you might get little reminders of where our other social sites on that you can join, okay? Because we're always giving snippets and free information out and telling you about the platform, even on our other social channels. So guys, community. So what I've got here is I've got I'm in the community dashboard itself, so I'm in as an admin. So if you look at those featured videos, it's going to tell you all of this stuff anyway, so I don't need to go into detail, but doesn't it look cool? So as admin, I've got the ability to set up categories. So there's been a lot of confusion about categories, and categories are basically a way of organizing your site, but not only that. The category feature allows you to block things together. So if you've got, like, for instance, I got public fitness, so pretend this is a fitness site, and then I've got ultimate community. Now this is a public community, and I've just blocked it under here. So every public community I could put under that category. Any sealed communities I could put under specific things like course community and all of these things, and they only will be visible to people that are joining things like courses if they're added as secret. So I'll show you this in a second. So if we go to this community, for instance, here, and we go edit the community, you're going to see it's a public community. So people, they can't just come in and post, all right? They've got to register. So if they register on your site, they're going to get access to the public community, right? That's one big thing you guys have asked. So, and it also, a public community means that you can share the links, that the actual feed itself, as well as post, will get indexed by Google. So you can see, you can come down here to the three little dots, and you can see you can copy a link, and that link can be, if it's a public community, can be shared to socials, can also be indexed by Google. And we're working hard on making this even better so that it starts to automatically post all of this information that you put in here on these posts, which is all content, gets listed automatically on search engines. Okay, so we're working on lots of things in the background. We're looking at the way things show and display in the community. So like every time you go in, things could be tweaked better every time that you go into your community area. But you'll also see that inside here, you can also pin to feature, just like you can with Facebook, and you can put that in there. And this is your community, right? I can't emphasize this enough. This is for you guys that don't want seeing adverts, you're worried about data, all of these things. You get people across your community. We will be setting up a community for Zenler that goes hand in hand with our Facebook, and we'll be telling people so that we got a lot of users that are not on the Facebook group. We want them to come into our private community area with you guys. So that's in discussion. We're talking about what we're going to do with that. So let me just get back to here. So in here, you can see that this is a public community. You can see in here that this is a secret community. And I want to explain the difference between public, private, and secret, because this has confused people. So a public community means that it is open to all. So people can go on there, see all the threads, see what people are posting about, but they can't post unless they register. But it's public, they can register. Private will show, okay, so it will show the category, it will show the community, but they won't see anything. They'll just see community locked. Now they can join that, or you can add them to that as well. And finally, we have secret community. Now secret communities will not show, it'll only show to users that you've added in. So a case study for secret is you would add a secret community to, say, a course. So for instance, I've got a OBS workshop here for users that have registered in the OBS workshop. Okay, Now this is dummy, but this is a dummy one, by the way, Tracy. If you say, where's the community workshop? I want to jump in there because she was on our OBS workshop. So this is a sample here. So you can see it's secret. Okay. So that was added to, let's say, a course. So someone buys a course and they might get added in a community. Now you could also charge for a community as well. And I show you how to do that in the featured video. So let's have a look at back end and see what's happening. So this user here has been added to OBS workshop, remember it was a secret workshop, and also the ultimate community here. Okay, so let me go and flick up in OBS what this user sees. So you can see this user here, they've got notifications. See these 10 notifications, things were posted in here. I can jump to those. So any communities where you post things, they're going to get little alerts when they go to their community or their site and log in. But let's go to this private one. So you can go here, this private one I'm not part of, okay? Because I'm not part of it, it's saying community locked. So I haven't got access to it. However, this one I have got access to. And wait, in a minute, I'm going to show you because I'm going to log out and then you're going to see what you see. Notice that I'm also added to this secret one, OBS workshop secret. So I'm also in that one as well. And if we look at this, let me just remember this private one here. These two I'm open to. This is public. This is the secret one. Okay, so inside here you can see that I have it private there and it's open there, but I can't get into it because it's marked as private in there and I haven't been added. But this one's secret, but I have been added to it. Okay, and you can see that under communities there. So I could take away access to that community if I wanted to by deleting it out, and then I would be deleted out of going into that OBS workshop. So let me just do this. I haven't tested this, so this is live. Anything could happen. So let's go to this one here. Let me just refresh this screen. And now I shouldn't be able to get into the OBS workshop. In fact, it shouldn't even appear now. So if I refresh that, it's disappeared because I've taken it away. So let's have a look at what people see if I go in to my community not logged in. So this is like a public page, okay? So let me go to incognito, let me type that in there, go in there. So I'm not logged in, okay? And because I'm not logged in, see the login button. I've got this one come up because remember it's private, it's not secret, so it shows. If I click this, I can't get into it. This one I can get into and I can see posts. But when I come to try and post something, you need to log in to be able to post, like, or comment. So it redirects me to the register page for me to register so that you can gain those people and you can then sell to them or get them to buy into whatever you're doing. So this, guys, is community, and definitely check out the extended video. It's about 40 minutes long. It's quite a long one. I go into detail about everything that you've got inside of that community, settings, manage, members. Really powerful for 2025. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff on community, showing you how to use it, how that you can do a live stream if you're using something like YouTube, how you could put a link in there to any lives you're running, how you should be using it to shout to your users about what's going on your platform. If you've released a new course or anything like that, you should be telling your users about it. You can use communities to do this. We'll be doing a lot of stuff on this. Kevin's already started the process with the New Year's Sale Challenge, and he had that, and he was talking about using the community in there. So he started that momentum going. So that's it from me, Kevin.
Awesome, thank you very much. I really like the new communities, and I think when you're looking at this, and this is, I think, a flaw of a lot of people that get involved in software, is thinking too precisely, as in it tells me to do this, so I have to do it that way. So think of it like this, and I was just sitting there thinking, how can I use Zenler and the community feature to maybe stop using other services? So things like maybe Slack as an example. And I was sitting there thinking, you know what, you could have a private community for your development team. So if you have, there's people that use VAs and assistants and stuff to help them build their Zenler stuff out, you could have a private community there. Or I should say secret community there. You could have a private community, for example, for your affiliates. So you could show that you do have affiliates but people are not part of it. So you've got an affiliate program. People would see it exists, but wouldn't see any content. So they could maybe apply to you as an affiliate. So there's lots of ways of using this that aren't just go in and promote or go in and do it regarding a course. There's other things you can do. And of course, that gets rid of things like maybe WhatsApp that people don't like, WhatsApp groups, because everyone's using a WhatsApp group nowadays. And it keeps them in your environment, which is really the important thing, is to keep them in your environment. And if you go there and that's like your mission control for your digital business is going in there and getting your team in there and getting your affiliates in there and all of that, then it's going to become really, really valuable for people. So think more than just it's a channel to have a nice chat in or to promote in. What else can you use a community for that will move your business forward, that might stop you using a different software that you're currently using? Because remember, we did this with Zoom, right? Where people said, "Oh, I'm paying for Zoom." Well, we gave you Zoom as a paid member, right? So you could, if you wanted to, ditch your Zoom account. All right, it saves you 15 quid a month or whatever it is, but over the course of the year, it's 150 quid, 180 quid you've saved. You do that with two or three softwares externally, and you're paying the one, it starts adding up, and suddenly, just on software costs alone, you're saving a heap of money. So think about it,
Yeah.
see where you can use it more effectively. Tracy's in on the comments, so hi Tracy. Really good comment about the deliverability and the open rates. I think I saw 63% open rate on her broadcast that she sends through, and she's avid. She's really on it with getting the domain authentication done and all of that. But what I will say, as a word of just caution for people, if you've never emailed a list before and you think you're going to get 63% open rate, you're probably not. It's quite high. The reason that Tracy gets that, I would guess, is one, she's very engaged with her people. Number two, she sends out incredibly valuable content in her emails. And number three, she's authenticated her domain name, and she's sending out via the Zenler platform. So it's sort of a three-tier approach, not just, oh, I've authenticated it, but I'm still only getting 20% open rate. You sort of have to do a bit more than that. So remember, nothing is as simple as what it looks, but it does take time and does work over time. And that's a good example. Tracy's been with Zenler now for a good few years, and she does implement stuff and keep on with it. So you can get results like that. And that's a high open rate, I have to say, but you're not going to get it on your first email if you're just bringing in cold leads and they don't know who you are and you're just spamming them via emails. You've got to work the other bits as well. We can handle the deliverability bit, but you've got to handle the good content bit and the relationship bit, right? So yeah, good point on that. Isa saying support's amazing. Delete's here. Ursula, how can I delete an old community attached to a course? David, I'll let you get this one because we had this the other day. I went to the pricing plan and removed the community. I deleted all the members, but it's still there. Do you want to answer that one? Because I know the answer.
Yeah, you can delete the community out from the actual dashboard. Just three little dots, just click delete out. That will in effect stop that community working. No one can get through to it. But you might want to think about changing the way. So, I mean, why do you want to get rid of it for starters? You know, do you want to take people into another community? You want to think about it because people are in that community. Is it active? Is it dead? We know because we did the full migration thing. We did every user, and that was a massive thing that Zenler took, that Rakesh took that decision to do it, even though it added months of time onto the job and a ton of hours spent migrating everything across. Now, looking at it, there's a lot of people that were partially using communities and weren't really using it in its old format at all. So I should think a lot of you have communities where you never used them, they weren't really good for you, and you just want to get rid of them and delete them out. So you're just going to have to do that manually and go in and do it.
Cool. Tracy's just saying she's tested lots of things in the community. Key for the feature of email to users to come back. I think Rakesh has covered that in a question or 15 that have been in the Facebook group. Yes, it will come back at some point. It was a really handy little feature, to be honest, for an admin to be able to email people that a post has gone in. I'm pretty sure it's going to come back next year, so don't worry about that. Tracy's, I've created a new private community for my New Year offer of action cards, 12 weeks worth of actions, which is awesome. Crystal,
Sure.
can I just say I haven't officially signed up with Zenler yet, and switching my domain from Squarespace, it feels overwhelming, and I'm not sure how to do it yet. But I did everything else on my website by myself, and I'll get this too. Anyway, oh,
You're
any,
offering,
hang on. Anyway, what you're offering with Zenler seems amazing, and I've been watching this group, and I feel like the support provider is something special. Excited for what's to come in 2025 with the new platform.
yeah, I mean, we got the thing is, Crystal, like we help you. You know, we've got resources on changing the domain across. We've had lots of users from Squarespace. Our community is amazing. There's a ton of users that have already swapped from Squarespace, from things like Wix, and they've come across to Zenler, and they can help you, and we can help you as well. So you've only got to ask that question in the group, and you'll get a ton of answers, and you'll get people that tell you and show you how to do it. And of course, we'll back that up because we are always in the Facebook group answering questions. So Crystal, don't feel overwhelmed. It's actually very easy. It's just when it deals with domain names, DNS, DMARC records, people get really confused. But you just have to break it down into small chunks, and we have the documents that will guide you through step by step. And if you get stuck at any stage or something's not working, you've got support and you've got the Facebook group to help you.
Yeah. And remember, Crystal, I know you're saying that you've not quite jumped in with Zenler yet, and I'll direct this at you. Of course, we have the free demonstration that we run twice a week, where you can have a one-to-one session with Ariel's running them at the moment. And we also have the onboarding. So when people decide to upgrade, then we do an onboarding session with them. So you get two sessions that are one-to-one, half an hour each with a Zenler educator. Um, and they'll help you through this stuff, where to start, where to get going. The tutorial site really is the place you need to be, and just go and have a look there. And there is a lot of information on there. I do get it. I think at some point we'll probably add a get started button or something like that, where it will just show you, here's the quick start guide, which is literally the bit where you start, and it takes you through a lot of the setup stuff in a really easy, manageable way. We have a huge, if you ask in the community how many people are tech geniuses in the community, not many people will put their hand up. We have a lot of people that have a skill in teaching, but are not tech, history of tech. And that's the whole point of Zenler, is that it's made to be really easy for you to get involved in. Some things are a little more complex, which is why we do a lot of videos and over the shoulder stuff. So you can watch it, pause it, do it, continue with it, pause it, and do it. And then you can go back to it if you want. But there's always someone around that can help you. And it's either in the Facebook community group, it's you come on a Thursday, we've got my mate there. David and I are normally about doing different lives and different workshops and stuff. All you got to do is ask, and someone, I guarantee you, will help you. And if it's a tech issue, as in something's actually gone wrong, we have a whole ticketed support system outside of the education team that will help you with that as well. So it's easy to feel overwhelmed, because 4 or 5 years ago, Zenler wasn't as capable as it is now. It's got a lot more functionality behind it, but just start with the beginning, and then just do each bit as you need to do it. And the help is there for you. Um, and we've helped people that really, really struggle with a lot of the tech stuff, and they've managed to get it done, and they've moved through and they've progressed at their pace. And the workshops really help because we guide you through stuff. Um, and of course, the other live areas are there for you to ask. We constantly say to people, ask your questions, ask what you need, what you're struggling with, because if the resource isn't obvious, we need to make it more obvious or create it for you. And that's our goal as the education team, is to make sure you can find how to use this platform for the way that you want without you tearing your hair out through frustration, because nobody wants that, right? We want you to go
Yeah, and
through
also
this.
attending the workshops, isn't it, Kevin?
Yeah,
It's like, if you think like Tracy's on here all the time now, like Tracy does quilting, okay, guys, it couldn't be further away from tech stuff. But the thing about Tracy is that she has been on so many workshops. So why is her knowledge so good? Because she's been on all the workshops, she's watched all the training and gone through. So she was where you were at one stage, and she is where she is now because she has taken all this information in, because she knows all the information we provide is to help your business. And that's why she is where she is.
yeah. And sometimes it's just being around and asking and listening to other people ask and just getting a little bit immersed into the platform itself. And you'll either take it on and go, this is seriously going to be something that I'm going to earn money with, and it's going to be your digital partner, if you like, Zenler. Um, or you'll do what some people do, which is you'll get involved and do a bit here and a bit there and not really commit to it, in which case the learning curve takes a lot longer. Um, but it's down to your motivation. If you're motivated to do it, then the support is there for you. And we'll help you with it. We won't just leave you alone. All you've got to do is just go on to some of the review sites and see people are always talking about the level of support they get from Zenler and just how helpful it is for them. So, and of course, as I said, jump onto a demo webinar. They run every week, and Ariel will be more than happy to talk through with you your goals and maybe help you set out, your next steps as to how you can move forward using Zenler for your business. If we got a link for that, David, where they can go and join the demo.
Yeah, I can put that in the chat, no problem.
If you can, please, that would be amazing. Okay, let's start wrapping up. I don't think we've got many more questions. Learn from everyone's questions and styles of delivering courses. So Tracy's still here. Tracy should be gearing up for celebrations soon. We've still got quite some time in the UK. I'm going to round up just by saying that there's no workshops actually planned for January as yet, though I do think we're maybe looking at something that we've not released yet. So look out for that in the first week or so of January. We normally try and run one a month, if not more. But yeah, look out for those. Of course, my mate is back Thursday with the support live education support desk. We should be on for 2 or 3 hours answering your Zenler questions, where you can jump on Zoom. Part of the deal is you jump on Zoom, ask a question, and as long as you're not sharing private information or anything that will compromise data, then we'll let you share your screen on there. And she'll help you through. If she can't help you, she'll show you a resource or get back to you as to how you can solve your problem. So we've got that coming up. Office hours, of course, will be back next week, as it is every single week. And we'll be look out in the Facebook group, because I'm going to shake it up a little bit, do some different stuff next year, get a few more people involved in different aspects of coming on each week. And I think that will make it a little bit different. I've had this format for this year. Next year, I want to do it slightly differently. So look out for that. And you won't miss it because of the colour of the background. I mean, it's quite bright, isn't it? So look out for that. That will be cool. They'll be scheduled in over the next couple of weeks, so you can always jump in live with us. I was going to invite you all on today, but you know what? It's New Year. You're probably all got your hair in curlers and doing whatever you. So I'll leave you to it, and you can just get on with what you're preparing for your celebrations. And David, you got anything else you want to add?
No, no. Looking forward to next year. It's going to be really good. We're obviously we're discussing all our plans for next year, and we will tell you in due course, probably on office hours. Kevin will probably tell you. Remember, office hours is on once a week, and it's the place to go to find out information about what's going on with team members, the platform in general. So yeah, looking forward to 2025. So have a great one, guys.
Cool. So enjoy your New Year celebrations, whether it's just you indoors watching the TV or you're going out and partying. Stay safe, of course. We will be back in 2025 with our constant stream of energy, excitement, and new things to show and help you with. We're really looking forward to it. So have an amazing new year, whatever it is you may be doing from all of the team here at Zenler. Thank you all for being Zenler participants for 2024, and we'll catch you in the new year. See you all later.
See you guys.